we're seeing Travis Hunter, his ADP has been pushed up after not only was he drafted second overall, but the Jaguars aggressively made a trade up to go and get him. So I think drafters are feeling a little bit more confident about Hunter, whereas going into the combine and all of the offseason stuff, every report into trying to figure out what type of role he was ultimately destined for, if he was going to primarily be a defensive back, if he was going to primarily be a wide receiver. And while we do expect him to play both, he landed in a spot where, one, it's a more stable offense, most likely, than the landing spot that would have been the case had the team with the number 2 pick, the Cleveland Browns, stayed put and just made the pick. For all of Trevor Lawrence's shortcomings to this point in his career, he's a better quarterback than anybody the Browns have. And Travis Hunter won't have to step in and be a number 1 wide receiver right away, because he'll have Brian Thomas to kind of take that pressure off. So he should be in some favorable situations when the Jaguars put him out there on the field on offense. And their management, including Liam Cohen, their new head coach, has come out and said that he's primarily going to start on offense. He's going to play more of his snaps, at least in the beginning of his career, on offense, and he'll kind of learn the defense as he goes. Hunter's stock is up, right? He landed in a better offense than he would have had Cleveland just stayed put and taken him at number 2 overall. And the Jags brass basically said, yeah, he's going to play offense to start primarily. We went from, do we pick him 7th or 8th or 9th in our rookie draft? Is he just not a first round pick in our rookie draft entirely? To, we see people taking him as high as 2 or 3 overall, even in Superflex drafts. If I have the 2nd overall pick, obviously the 1st overall pick is Ashton Ginty in your rookie drafts. But if you're feeling good about your quarterback room and you have questions about Amarian Hampton and his ability to hold up at the NFL level as far as being a 3-down back, therefore warranting such high draft capital in your rookie draft, at this point, you can go Travis Hunter. You can take him 2nd overall. This has been the story, the conversation of the offseason is like, what is the risk? Like, what is the risk mitigation of taking Travis Hunter 2nd overall versus, holding out hope and waiting until the end of the 1st round to draft him? That's probably out the window. And there's going to be some leagues where everybody's concerned about him, right? There are going to be some leagues out there, some serious, legitimate leagues where you're going to have every manager in the top 5 or 6 picks. That just so happened to be in lockstep on concerns about Hunter and, the fact that he's not probably going to be a full-time wide receiver. He has increased injury concerns because he's going to be playing both sides of the ball. And what if he ultimately ends up playing more defensive back over the course of his career than wide receiver? You're going to have people that have those concerns, and therefore you're going to see Hunter slide to 6, maybe 7 in some rookie drafts. At this point, though, he's the upside pick of the draft. Travis Hunter is the upside play of your rookie draft. That's what it's all about, right? That's what fantasy is all about. Swing for the fences, shoot for the upside, because we can play this game forever. Like, wow, well, what if he doesn't pan out? What if he's not worth the draft capital because he's not a full-time wide receiver? What if he is? What if he's the next, what if he's the next all-pro, wide receiver, defensive back hybrid and changes the game? What if Travis Hunter changes the game just to spin the conversation and the questions and concerns on its head? Instead of like, well, what if he doesn't pan out because he's not playing wide receiver full time? What if he's only on the field to catch the football because the Jaguars are saying, screw this, we didn't draft this guy number 2 overall to be in to block. We're going to put him in there on offense to catch the ball. And what if he pans out and becomes a perennial all-pro? What if that happens? Then you're going to wish that you drafted him 2nd overall in Dynasty.